jumping out.
All right, I think we are back up and running here. We're on a little bit of a different channel, though, a little different stream, though, as we had a full-on power outage here at the broadcast command center, but we're gonna come back in and power through the rest of this race. Some of our graphics reset from a tower perspective, but we'll be good. We'll get it figured out. We'll be rocking and rolling here as we're going to catch back in lap 34. Cody Richardson still leading the way with Jerry right behind him.
Jerry's actually 3 seconds behind him. I know the tower doesn't show that he is, but yeah, Jerry's 3 seconds behind him. What I'm watching here, Chris, because I've been watching why you ran out of power, Meoak was running in third, and he's dropped back to fifth, so I think you're starting to see some of those tires wearing off. And I'm hearing over chat we're going to start seeing pit stops.
Ooh, all right. So we're going to keep our eye on who's coming in for pit stops. There's one of them. There we go. We got the timing book tower to reset. All right,
there
so Meoak's going to be the first one coming down pit road. So again, all those guys coming back in and joining. Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a power outage here in the command center. So we're going to kind of band-aid our way back through the ending of this race. It's been a fun one so far. One early caution, Mike, and then from there we've seen a few incidents, but no cautions. But Cody Richardson leading the way in a dominating fashion.
Yeah, he needs to be an incident.
Tower was reset there for a second, then it went all wonky with me again.
Yeah, it looked like Jerry just disappeared. I think we're just having it's first week, Chris, so just a few glitches, but it's okay. We can talk him through it.
We can power our way through this.
I'm hearing a whole bunch of cars call out over iRacing that they are coming this time. See the 908 peeling off.
Yeah, here comes Carter. He's coming down pit road.
Now, Chris, I don't know what just happened, but Leroy, I wonder if he wrecked it on the backstretch. It didn't bring out a caution, but you see him there in the pits. He was stopped on the backstretch for a second.
Well, it looks like Dusty might have had an issue. Let's watch here. Ooh, it looks like Dusty Martin and Leroy are going to get into it there. Heavy contact.
Oh, right in front of Eric. Looks like he made it through safe.
But they're going to wash down to the inside of the track. Oh, that's heavy contact there. I think Leroy getting back into Dusty there saved the caution from coming out.
Yeah. We got a whole bunch of people, the leaders in the pits.
Yep, they're all on pit road as the caution was out. That's going to hand it over. John Ross now is the leader.
Getting some bonus points. And it looks like Cody's going to go a lap down. Looks like John Ross is going to pass him. I don't know for how long those old tires can stand up to these brand new tires, but there you see it.
Yeah, you see further back here, it is a busy pit road. There's a lot of people. Adam Pettit is on pit road. Gary Bowman, Ed Jurgen, they're all on pit road right now. So I'd imagine John is coming here pretty soon. Is he starting to back it down? Is he coming in this time?
He is. Man, that's a cool view right there, Chris. It looks like he's coming in really fast.
Yep, behind him, you can see Connor Hazel. Dan Keene is coming down pit road.
Tell you what, that cameraman needs a raise. I wouldn't stand right there.
Stephen Hine is coming down. How about this? I don't think, is Kyle pit yet?
Kyle is not pit yet.
Not pit yet, okay. But hey, these are bonus points for these guys to get, leading a lap, so.
Right, it looks like your top 5, 10 haven't pit yet. Hearing the 77 coming this time. Oh, and there's the leader calling out. He's coming this time.
Here comes Dave Sanders with that damage. Look at him trying to slow that car down.
Oh, don't hit the barrels.
close there for Kyle coming down pit road. Evan was right there behind him, getting every ounce of it that he could.
Looked like somebody might have been spinning behind Kyle. Who was that? I don't know.
I don't see it.
There it is, the 95. Yeah, the 95 was pretty sideways coming in, so.
Oh, he's coming back down pit road for a second time. Let's watch. Oh, he got into the tire barrier almost there. We might as well. We've already lost the stream earlier, so we might as well. Yeah, yeah, look, he's kind of straddling a little bit. And then, yeah, car just kind of kicked sideways on him and
saved it.
Real close to those barrels. All right, so Evan is coming down pit road. That's going to hand it over now to Coleridge to get a bonus point for leading a lap.
And also stretching this fuel, Chris. How long is this race? 110 laps?
110 laps, so.
I think everybody's going to have to stop one more time. I don't think it's going to matter, right? I don't know. I can't do the math.
Yeah, I don't. The math is hard for me.
Yeah.
If they're pitting in the 40s, yeah, no, they'll got one more stop after this.
But in the 40s because they had, 6 laps of caution at the beginning. So really, I think the run's 35.
Justin Horton's coming down. He's got some damage on his front end as well. And as they're on pit road, that'll probably cycle us here to Cody Richardson back on point. But how about this? Meoke is actually going to be in second place as this shifts around.
Looks like Meoke's been listening to the broadcast and kind of taking it easy. Being fast, but not destroying his car. He can't hear us now, though. I'm sure he couldn't change streams when you turn the light switch off. So you can talk all you want about Steven.
Yeah, it was the wrong button I pushed. Yeah, timing tower still is not overly excited when I'm selecting different cars, but
it looks to me like Meoke's 4.5 seconds behind Cody. Jerry's about a second behind him. You got Adam Pettit 7 seconds back. Gary Bowman almost 8 seconds back, and then on and on. Kyle Nadeau, who was running right up there, what was he in second before the cycle? It's all the way back to 10th.
There's Kyle. There he is back here, and he's got Jacob Bowen right on his back bumper with him.
I think that's a product of staying out on those tires like he did. You lose so much time to fresh tires. I learned a long time ago, just pit when Cody does, you'll be okay.
Timing and scoring still doesn't like us, but
yeah. Looks like the top 3 are having a battle, but they're not.
They are not.
If you look, it is, I know they're on different teams, but it is Mad Sim 1, 2, 3. You think those guys practiced for this?
Oh, 100% they did. 100% they all did.
So I'm going to reveal this live on national television YouTube. My wife calls Jerry second place Jerry. So I hope Jerry gets the second place so he can live up to his nickname.
You said it.
I did. It's true. I'd rather be second place Jerry than last place Jerry, wouldn't you?
That's true. That's a good point. Good point.
Well, what happened there, Chris?
Seeing if I can put on the battle box. But the battle box is getting it based off of their different divisions.
The timing tower? Oh.
Yeah. The timings are right. It's just the positions. They're not. We'll figure it out.
I was going to say, I'm confused there because I don't think Adam and Meoke are in the same division.
Well, that all resets, so don't worry about the divisions and colors right now.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Yeah, we'll get it squared away for the next race. That power outage really got us here. Cody Richardson still leading the way. What's the gap now? 4.5 seconds. 5 seconds now is the gap that Cody has on Mioke. But Jerry is closing in, though, on Mioke. It's now within 0.2, so he is starting to move his way up.
You know, we saw this in the last run, too, where Mioke had a lot of speed at first. And then later, he fell down to 5th or 6th in that first run. So we may be seeing the same thing happen again.
John Ross just made a pass around Chris Wheeler back here. That is a battle for 6th position. Starting to work his way through. Coleridge is up into 18th now, so in the crack the top 20, 16 positions gained.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Coleridge will be up there next to Cody at the end. It's what he does.
There's a good battle right here. This is a battle for 8th position. Carter Lawson is under some pressure here. Corey Sherman is right there. That was a lap car. I don't know. That was, I think, who was that? The 95. That was Kendon Coke. Or Coke.
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 A cola?
Not a sponsor. Yeah,
Here comes Kyle to join that battle, yeah.
Yeah, he's pulling right in.
Yep, and like I talked about Carter earlier, this is what Carter does as well. You know, Carter just methodically works his way to the front. He hits his pit stops, and he finds himself up front all the time at the end of races.
He was one of the championship 4 drivers. Look at the run off the corner that Kyle gets. Part of a little scrape of the wall there going into the turn.
Yeah, Kyle sent him a little. You know, but those guys I know they're not teammates in this series, but they're teammates. So they've ran around each other quite a bit.
So what's that dynamic like? Where on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, these two would be, well, not, I guess, Wednesdays, but on Tuesdays, they're teammates. They're going to be in the same room. And here tonight, you're kind of racing at the mercy of who your team captain drafted. So it's a whole, people you've never probably partnered with, and now having to understand everyone's different strategies. So is Kyle being a team captain? Is he kind of telling his team this is going to be our strategy, or?
I would think so. I don't know. I'm not on a team, so I can't experience it. But it's so great how Crank did this, that just mixes all that up, forces these guys to interact with guys they don't normally interact with, and they're naturally going to learn things from each other. So I don't know. I know if it was me out there and I'm on a different team, I want to beat my teammates worse than I want to beat my teammates on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I want to beat those guys more than I want to beat everybody else, just because normally I try to work with them.
Speaking of some battling right here, Jerry is putting the pressure on Mioke. Oh, Jerry had a little bit of slide there mid-corner. Did you see that?
I did, and while these guys are fighting, Cody's just stretched it out. He's over 6 seconds ahead now.
Yep, and here comes Adam Pettit back into the realm, or into the view. But the one I'm watching, though, this driver right here, the 99, John Ross, has been moving through this field and moving through it quickly. He got around Gary Bowman just a minute ago. He's up into 5th place and I think continuing to march forward here.
Yeah, and it's funny that you have it on him. He's the fastest car on the track that last lap, so he's definitely coming through the field.
Yeah, he found something that's working for him.
I talk about running these practice races. We ran them, I believe it was last Friday we ran one, and John was the class of the field, so I'm not surprised here. He's definitely got speed here. I don't know if it's here in these cars. I don't know John well enough to know, but he's definitely fast.
Adam Pettit going to get around Jerry here, and look at John's right there with it. Nowhere to be seen, though, in front of these drivers. is the 64. 6.5 seconds lead over this group.
Yeah, he doesn't need TV time. It's okay.
Nah, he good.
Yep. Kid, because we care, Cody. A little. Some.
Well, and he's still, even with what they're battling, he's still putting in faster laps than this group, too.
Yeah, you know, and that's going to happen when you don't have the whole racetrack to run your line, or you've got that dirty air. You just can't go as fast, especially once these tires wear. You need, you need the entire track, and you need that clean air to put down good times.
Adam is rolling right now. He just got around Miyoke as well. Someone's smoking in the pits there, probably locked up their tires on pit entry. But Adam now to second place. Can Adam start to cut in the 7-second lead that this driver here has got right now? Cody Richardson, there you can see, got the 72 there, about to put, Jeremy Flanagan is already a lap down. And he's kind of chasing down Paul Turner in the 4. The 72 and the 4 have the similar paint jobs. Throwing me off.
Well, one says 72 and one says 4 on the side.
But, you know, they're both black, red, and white. Okay, I don't want to hear it.
Oh.
I'll hit the light switch again. Don't test me.
They're like opposite. But Cody's just taking it easy here going through lap traffic. There's no reason for him to push. He's got a comfortable lead. He doesn't need to put himself at risk. He's just being patient.
Well, as he's being patient, this group back here is not really. I mean, Adams pulled away a little bit, but now Jerry here, this might be a sign of tire. Jerry is falling backwards here. John's going to get around him, and then it's going to open the door, and Gary even might get around him here.
Yeah, and I saw coming into frame there's Chris Wheeler right behind him too. So, yeah, Jerry's definitely falling back.
Yeah. Some of the closest battles here. We do have one up here, David Rogerson and Chris Letts. This is for 23rd position. So you still got these little pockets of cars kind of running all around each other, but I think Gary Bowman here is going to be the pass.
Yeah, it looks like Jerry's just pushing out of the corner there. It's abusing that front right, so it makes it harder when you abuse it to hold that speed.
Cody Richardson's lead is down to 6.7, so Adam is slowly cutting into it.
Yeah, Cody's about around the lap cars. He's going to have a pretty good space once he gets past the 72 here for him to pick up the speed again. But like I said, he's got a huge lead. There's no need for him to push to get past these lap cars. I think he's just kind of taking it easy.
Look at this track map. There's cars all the way around.
Looks like M&M's. The 72's got to have pretty good speed because he's stayed in front of Cody this whole time. We went away and came back, and he's still in front of Cody. So
he's running that top shelf too, so he's getting all that momentum down the front stretch. Do you think that's frustrating Cody at all, or is he just still kind of okay chilling?
I'm sure it's frustrating him some because he wants that clean air. He likes his lead being large. I don't think he wants to see the guys behind cutting in. But at the same time, it is down to almost 6 seconds. He's out there far enough that he can be patient with it.
It's like a little bit of a send there.
Yeah, and he needs that whole track to get off that corner.
70's in the wall. He's going to get it now.
Yep.
Yeah, there he goes.
Now, since we changed broadcasts here, we can talk about it because we know none of the drivers were able to follow us.
Until they watch the replay.
Well, yeah, they can watch the replay. That's fine because this is... Chris, I did some testing, and you can Chastain this one lap.
I don't think anybody's going to do that this early, though.
No. Yeah, your car's done after that one lap. But on fresh tires, I was a second faster running the wall. So I'm interested to see if anybody else figured that out and sends it on the last lap.
So watch here. Jerry's going to go back further. Another driver that's fallen back here. The 21 of Miyoke. He's now back into 5th. So tire wear here starting to really play a factor.
Yep, and these guys, it looks like they're, coming up on 30 laps on this run. I got Mioke at 33 laps on this run, so I expect to see pit stops here real soon.
How about this driver right here, though? Put in a lot of practice laps. We were in a few practice races with John Ross. He's on the back bumper of the 95 or the 17 right now of Adam Pettit.
It'd be neat to see him come out and win his first race in the Pro Cup Series. Somebody wrecked Cody. Oh, they can't hear me. Dang it. You know what I noticed there, Chris, is that 99 right down on that white line. He's in that bottom lane, and the 17's not. And I think this late in the run, that bottom lane is what's going to save your tires for the long run, but it's also the faster way around the track. There you see the 17 get down there, and you can see that dirty air push that 99 up.
Yeah. During the power outage, did I miss something here? I'm seeing all of a sudden, it looks like we've had two drivers put it on the hauler.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
I see it.
Robert McMillan and Caleb Ellswick have put it on the hauler. Now, if you're a team captain and it's you just had some small damage, do you think there's some conversations later on let's see if we can try to finish out these races?
I mean, I know if I was a team captain, I would. I don't really know whose teams they're on, but
I got it right here in front of me.
Uh-oh.
Cody Meadows. Cody Meadows can't really yell at anybody tonight. Evan Watkins, who is getting everything he can right now and trying to hold off. Jerry's on the pit road. So he valued the tires here.
Yeah, and we saw Jerry dropping back, so he knew himself that he had burned up that set. So he's going to try to come in, kind of leapfrog some of these guys by pitting a lap early, 2 laps early, and see if he can't gain some of those spots back. Look at that mess right there. Man, that's fun.
Yeah, that it is. Trying to see if I can see any other ones coming in just yet.
I'm showing the 30s on pit lane as well.
Yep, Jarrett Kimberly has come onto pit road. There's Alan Ayers with his damage right in front. So if you're Cody, do you try to come in early now, or do you just ride this out and see if you can catch a caution potentially, or hold off for the caution, try to drag this out as long as possible?
If I were Cody, I'd drag it out as long as possible. His lead's so big, they're not going to be able to leapfrog him. But I did just hear the 21 call out. He's coming this time.
Oh my goodness, Paul Turner almost into the water barrel there. Yeah, Mioke is on pit road.
Not seeing many other takers now. Mioke was early last time. He was one of the first that went last time. So I think these guys probably still got a few more laps.
Coleridge up into 14th position with these pit stops happening right now. Slowly. I don't think he's going to need some help if he's going to try to get a run at it for a win here tonight.
Yeah, he's 20 seconds back of the lead. So
yeah,
he's definitely going to need some help. But, I mean, Coleridge, he knows it's a long season. Get a good finish. Move on to next week. He'll be there at the end.
Here comes Connor Hazel on the pit road. So, yeah,
I hear the leader's coming this time.
Well, let's watch him. Dave Sanders, I saw in the background coming in.
And it looks like that transition would upset the car the way that bounced. Yeah, I hear a lot of call-outs, so pit road's about to be real busy.
Ooh, smoke there. So Cody Richardson's on, Dan Keene. Uh-oh! Jacob Bowen, yeah.
Yeah. Don't hit the wall again.
Yeah.
Again, hearing a whole bunch, so we're going to have a whole bunch more.
Woo!
That's wide. Oh, that camera view looks like they're going to hit those barrels every time.
That's going to hand it over to Corey Sherman coming down. Is now taking the lead. Kyle right behind him.
Knowing you can make it from here, I'd be coming down with the leaders. I don't want them to have those couple extra laps on fresh tires.
Well, I guess if you've been burning them up late in the run, then yeah, I'd come down and just try to mirror them. But if you feel you can last these ones out a little bit longer, then just try to keep fresh tires for a little bit longer. But then you're playing the game of you're out here on old tires, and they're running out on these fresh tires. Yeah.
Right. Are you going to make that back up when everybody's on old tires? The amount of time you're going to lose. So
yeah, I'm trying to get a driver here. Cody's going to give us one as he's going to finish this lap. Yeah. So Cody, for an example, his last lap, it hasn't reset for us yet. It's still a 1:03.50. So Corey and Kyle, who have not pit yet, they're running 34.2s. Cody with the fresh tires is going to come around, and this last lap he is going to go 33.6. As here come in Corey and Kyle. So about a half second. Yeah, half second.
That's really not as big of a difference as I expected. Old tires versus new.
Coleridge's going to stay out, pick up another bonus point. Justin Horton on his tail right there. Gary Bowman just set the fastest first sector time on these new tires. Coleridge would really like a caution to come out right now.
Yes, he would. So I think so would I.
Do you need a break? Do you need a break?
No. I want to see it all bunched back up and let these guys go at it again.
All right, so top 3 have not come down pit road just yet. Although now it's top 2 because Andy Cork did get past. Has not come down pit road. Shantosh has not come down either. Oh, here he comes. Oh, that's fast. Is it the camera angle? Is that the camera angle, or was he just?
I don't know.
He looked like he was barreling into pit road. We'll keep an eye on his pit time. Dusty Martin just came in fully locking up the brakes. There's Terry in the chat rooting on Dusty. I'm watching Matt's time here to see if he got caught speeding. I think he did. He is still sitting on pit road. I think he got busted speeding coming into entry.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
I think Kendon Koch did as well. Well, maybe not. Maybe they're just getting damage repaired because there's only a 20-second pit. But Kendon's still sitting there. 40 seconds. Math is hard. I don't know.
We don't need math.
We don't need a power supply that works either, apparently.
These top 2, I'm surprised they're still out there without pitting.
Yeah, same with Andy Cork in 4th position. Has not pit yet either.
That's crazy. As of right now, we only have 14 cars on the lead lap.
The other thing, though, we saw Tuesday night, we went into an overtime, and that cost some fuel for a few of the drivers. So maybe here they're trying to stretch it for that security just in case we get into an overtime situation. But, I mean, Cody's only 12.5 seconds back behind these group.
Yeah, and you can see Carter coming there. He's trying to get back on the lead lap the hard way. He's got the fresh tires.
Just
but he's also going to worry because, yeah, Cody's coming. So he's got to go. He can't wait behind you guys.
Yeah, just in case caution comes out. He wants to get ahead of him. There he goes. I think he's going to get it here in this turn. Coleridge's going to give him a lot of space. See Matt Hall back there as well. I think Matt Hall's a couple laps down at this point. Coleridge's going to go low. Is this a sign he's pitting? We had a technical difficulty. We had a power reset. So we lost power in the command center, which means we also lost all our formatting. So we had to just kind of pick one up really quick. We'll get it corrected for next week. Ooh, that was a fast entry there. A little lock up at the end.
Lock it up.
So that was the little. We're just kind of band-aid at this point, if you will. Now, this timing and scoring I know is correct. Does Cody Richardson have a 10-second lead now over Adam Pettit?
Mine is odd, so.
I think it's a 10-second gap, and then there's a whole mess of cars behind Adam here. Jerry's back up there, Gary Bowman.
Yep, mine just reset, so yeah, he's got a 10, almost 11-second gap. Yeah, maybe it's time for Cody to just be the coach around here and no more racing. What do you think?
I would agree with that. Maybe maybe what it is, he could broadcast and I'll come race.
Nobody wants to listen to Cody talk that much.
Oh, that's a good point.
And he can talk that much.
Side-by-side battle here, Jerry and Gary Bowman, and John Ross is right there as well.
And this has been the spot for the battle all night. You know, that 2nd to 5th place, 6th place. This is what we're going to have to watch all night. I think these guys are going to stay right there. They're pretty evenly matched. Did notice Meoks dropped back to 7th. So he must have had a little trouble in and out of the pits.
A full second slower than everyone else in front of him from in and out on the pit. So yeah,
That's a long way on the racetrack. A second is a lot.
We're in the final stages here, Mike. 24 laps to go in the opening race in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup. Broadcast number 2.
I gotta say, Chris, these guys, I don't want to curse it, even though I want to curse it because I want to see it bunch back up and have battles, but these guys have done really good. I mean, we had that one, you know, Eric missed a shift or whatever happened there on the green flag, but then otherwise, we went clean and green the rest of the way.
It's been the trend like that all 3 nights. Tuesday night, we were clean all the way up until, I think, 2 to go?
Mm-hmm.
Last night was clean and green. Now, it doesn't mean that there weren't some incidents like we saw tonight. And then here tonight, we just had the one kind of right off the start with the downshift from second back into first, and from that point forward, it's been clean and green, and it's also been the Cody Richardson show here tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna unsubscribe to that. I don't want to subscribe to that service anymore.
Picking up kind of right where he left off. I mean, regular season champion, a lot of wins last season. He was the favorite going into the final round and had an epic battle with Coleridge, and Coleridge was able to come out ahead and pick up his win. But man,
he did. And I kid. I like Cody. I love racing with Cody. I love trying to learn from how fast Cody is. So I appreciate Cody being up there and being fast. I expect we're going to see this most of the season. I know he's got a big chip on his shoulder. He wants that championship.
Well, he is the definition of, you put in the practice, you can see the results, because he really, really focused on this car last season. Does a lot of the bigger events, the NIS and iRacing officials, really understands the setups in these cars and really understands how to make them work. And so that just shows you put in the time, good things can happen. I think John Ross in the 99 is another example of that. Put in a lot of practice, getting ready for this opener, and here he is, now getting ready to make a move for the podium position with 20 laps to go.
Yeah, and that's not an easy guy to pass there. Gary's fast in everything he sets in. So, yeah, it's impressive to see John up here battling with him.
Said hi to each other's doors right there.
It'll be okay.
What's going on back here? Look at this mess of cars. Cody Meadows having a rebound, though. 16th position, trying to get around Coleridge and Connor Hazel. Dave Sanders is right here with his damage. Justin Horton. 3 wide out of the corner.
Ed right in front of him in that Mountain Dew car. Yeah, that's always fun when you have a bunch of guys together like that, and you're on the racetrack door to door, giving everything you've got, hoping your tires stick. That's what makes it worth it.
I mean, this is a 3-wide battle for 16th position right now.
Yeah, not one of those guys are going to give any quarter either.
No, they're going to race. Yeah, I mean, I thought Justin there was going to take us 4 wide.
So did he, I think. Oh, Cody, slide job.
Oh, Cody right in front of Connor there. See Justin pushing Coleridge. This is one of the closest battles on the track right now.
I think if anybody can run that top line here, it's going to be Cody, if he can keep it out of the wall. It's so tough. The entry's so tough.
Oh.
Let's go right to the wall. Yep. That was right to the wall.
Right. You told him don't hit the wall. What's he do the first corner? Mike's ready. Mike's ready to jump rooms.
Yeah,
I mean,
I helped him get his championship last season. I washed my hands of it. Hang on.
Who was sliding right there? Was that Connor? Was sideways?
Yeah, so was Cody right behind him.
Start to wonder if those two said hi to each other a little bit. Coleridge is going to clear this. He's up into 13th position. He would probably love to see a caution.
Yeah, coming to 15 to go. I mean, Cody Richardson's over 10 seconds ahead. These guys definitely want a caution. They want a chance at that guy. You think Cody's driving with one hand at this point?
Oh, he's just chilling. He's relaxing.
Probably watching TV. Having a soda.
Let's check back in with some of our in-car cam guys here. Let's pull in Mr. Allen.
Lights are still blinking. Is he reaching for a soda? What is he doing? He's in VR.
I don't know. What, maybe talking to... I can't do that. Is he typing?
I don't know. How are you going to type with goggles on? I don't know. I used to run VR. I can't do that. So I'm not sure what Allen was doing there. Adjusting the fan, I'm not sure.
Oh, he's coming down pit road. Maybe he was saying I'm pitting in. And that's his push to talk button.
He has to reach way over there. Allen, put it on your steering wheel.
There's our other in-car here is Kendon.
Another VR guy. Oh, he's got eyeballs on his...
Yeah, the googly eyes.
Yeah. Kind of freaking me out, man.
I wonder if this is what it's like in sports games when the score is just way out there, that they just start talking about whatever. Is that what you're feeling right now?
Yeah, his t-shirt says ketchup. Not sure what else it says, but it does say ketchup.
Maybe international ketchup day?
He needs to catch up, that's for sure.
And we got one final one here. Put on a collared shirt just for Mike tonight. The 21. 7th position right now, just kind of holding on.
Yeah, I mean, that's, for his debut race in this series, that's a great spot for him to be in. I know he definitely wants to be up there further. He's shown the speed to be up there further, but you can't be disappointed in a top 10, your first race in our premier series. I mean, I would be happy with the 7th place, and I've raced this season, or this series, I think I'm going into my 4th or 5th season, so.
Anytime I can get a top 10, I'm happy with it in this series.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys are so tough. That's how they got to the Wheels for Warriors Pro Cup Series, right? Is because they demonstrated that they can handle a race car. So it's an accomplishment in itself to be in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Where are we at? 11 to go.
Yeah, 11 to go. John Ross here on the back bumper. Ooh, a little bit of wiggle there. Going to lose some momentum there, but he was starting to close in. That was some of that dirty air there as he's trying to close in on Adam Pettit.
Oh, he's going to send it around the outside. I think he probably missed his lift point, missed his braking point there.
Yeah. Cost him about a 10th right there.
And again, you can see right there. I mean, I can see it because I'm used to driving these cars, but you can see that when he pulled up to that bumper, he kind of lost the nose a little. The car drifted up.
This one.
And again, I don't know if it's the way he sent it in or if it's that dirty air. He's losing that front grip, and the car just kind of slides up a little.
And he's going to go a little bit higher now and open the door a little bit. John Ross closed right in as it looked like Adam might have missed his entry point. As we were watching this, Chris Wheeler got around Jerry for 5th, and Kyle got around Steven for 7th. So a couple of those Mad Sim drivers going backwards here. John's going to go all the way up to the wall here. Maybe to get a run down the backstretch.
You got to try a different line. I mean, just riding in his tire tracks, you're not going to get by him. So you've got to try to move around. And now's the time to do it, right? With 10 to go. That way you're not trying to do it with 2 to go.
Well, he's got to watch out, too. He gets too much of aggressiveness and loses that front end. Gary Bowman is just at a second behind him. As we are now 8 laps to go. Closing stages here. 8.6 second lead for Cody Richardson. He can just go on cruise control at this point. He does not want to see a caution.
He does not. He just wants to ride it out because you never know what could happen in a restart. You know, I mean, somebody could slide up into you, take you out. Cody's just thinking, okay, come on, guys, 8 more laps. Let's just get it done and go home.
If you remember, though, that's essentially, we went into overtime for the final race of the championship round last season. And Coleridge had the lead going into the corner as Cody's teammate missed a gear and brought out a caution and ended the race and essentially handed Coleridge the championship.
Yeah, I do remember. And
so he definitely does not want a caution.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the last race in this series Cody ran, so you know he remembers as well.
Yep. Not taking it away from Coleridge, that's how it worked. Just how it all kind of it robbed us of a fantastic final lap, but they were battling all season long and just happened to go that way in the final race.
Yep. Come on, John, you can do it.
Speaking of Coleridge, he got around Carter Lawson. He's in 12th position now.
You know, it's a pretty good, I want to say, rebound. He avoided that wreck. He started in the back, to go clean and green the rest of the way. It's a pretty good run up to the front.
Yeah, biggest move of the race, 22 positions now. So it's 5 seconds up to his next spot, so he's just going to try to hold on. And John just could not get any advantage. Gets this dirty air. He can get within like 2/10 and then hits the dirty air, kind of like a bubble there, and it just shoots him backwards.
Yeah, and I know as a race car driver, you want to get all you can. You want to get to that second place spot, but man, you got a podium. I would just personally, well, I can't say that because I'd try to push, but be happy with 3rd and make sure Gary doesn't get it from you.
Pretty aggressive racing right here for 6th position. No, this is a battle for 7th between Jerry and Meoke. And they got Corey Sherman right behind them.
Yeah, this is about to be 3 cars, and we've seen that 21 and 51 kind of dropping back. So
Jerry with a big wiggle out of the corner, 4 laps to go.
It's like Corey's going to get by on the outside, set his sights on Steven.
Yeah, he's going to clear. Chris Wheeler as well is right on the back bumper, or Kyle is on the back bumper of Chris Wheeler here.
Yeah, he sent it on the outside there and then lost the nose.
Again, trying to cross over here now, go to the inside. Chris Wheeler went up to try to block it. And Kyle now into 5th position.
You know, Cody.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, they saved it. Gosh dang it.
How disappointed you are.
Cody's lead's down to 8 seconds.
8 seconds, 2 laps to go. He's just trying to get to that white flag, so a yellow cannot deter him, but some of these guys are making it a little bit antsy for him. Somebody's in the wall in front of him right now, so here he goes out of the corner. Barney's going to have the white flag in the air. One final lap here. Officially, there we go. Yellow does not come out. One final lap for Cody Richardson to seal the deal. And there's enough of a gap that we'll be able to go and watch this final battle between Adam Pettit and John Ross. He's being super cautious at this point. No need to press. Cody Richardson coming out of the corner, down the straightaway, picking up, mirroring what he did last season and bringing home the win on opening night here in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup. Adam Pettit is going to hold off John Ross for second. John Ross going to come across for third place. Whew.
Are they across yet? They were that far back.
Yeah, they're across. They got it. And here we go, a team captain bringing home the win. Part of the Man Down Motorsports team. So we're going to move Cody Richardson up as he's out there doing his burnouts.
They're so far down there.
Yeah, scroll forever. Adam Pettit and John Ross. All right, still in the middle of the burnout is the driver of the 64, picking up right where you left off last season. Dominating run here tonight, Cody. Congrats on your victory.
Boy, it's been a long off season, Chris. I haven't got to talk to you in a while. This is great to come up here on the first race and see you again.
We're just happy to be able to talk to you right now. We had a little bit of command center power issue, so we missed, the middle part of the race. But man, what a dominating fashion here tonight. Up to almost at one point had over a 10-second lead. What was going through your mind in these closing laps? As you probably saw in your windshield, a bunch of the lap traffic battling with each other.
Yeah, saw some smokes. Had to go 3 wide a couple times to get around some lap cars just to not lose too much time. I knew I gained some time on both pit stops and everything, but I just wanted to kind of maintain that gap. I didn't want anything to happen, and sure as heck didn't want to get wrecked out or get caught up in a battle between some guys that are battling hard for their positions. But overall, pretty good run. Qualified P2, finished P1. Led, I think, most every lap of this race except for during the pit cycles. I will take that to start off this season and try to stamp my way to the championship this year. Maybe I can get another trophy next to my name.
Yeah, maybe so. We'll keep our eye on it here as you got a different division. You're going to be racing against all of those Division I team captains, if you will, and you set the stage here, bringing home the win. Your team, though, a little bit more of a rocky start here for Man Down Motorsports. So what, as a team captain, what's your mindset now, getting them maybe refocused and reset for next week?
Look, this is the first race. Got to knock some rust off. We've been off for a few weeks and everything. I think we're going to chalk that down to some equipment problems, not used to a new shifter. We got plenty of time. There's plenty of racing left to make up those points. I'm not worried about anything. We got a good group of guys here at Man Down Motorsports. Everybody is pulling their weight. Everybody had good pace tonight. A couple cautions. I think Eric would have been right there in it, probably with another top 10, top 15 at least. I mean, I think we've got a pretty good team, and I'd like to stamp both championships if we can. Well, actually, all four, Division I, Division II, Division III, and the team is my goal this year.
1, 2, 3, 4. We'll keep our eye on it all season long. Well, Cody going to bring home the win. Let everybody on notice now. I'm going to turn the floor over to you.
All right. First off, thanks to CyberThunder putting this league on, and Wheels for Warriors USA being our sponsor. Again, I think this is their 4th season sponsoring us. They're doing great things for our veterans. They do great things sponsoring us out here. Everybody go check them out. I want to thank my teammates I'm racing here tonight, and everybody at Man Down Motorsports, everybody at Mad Sim Racing, also for letting me on their team as well. I want to thank all our sponsors on our car. You can read them. I'm not going to read them off. It's been a long off season. I don't know if I can remember them all or not. Say hi to all the friends and family out there. Hi, Mom. Can't forget that. Glad she could watch tonight. And just want to tell everybody to check out madsimracing.com and intotheapex.com. I know we're in a new channel. If you haven't done it already, subscribe the new CyberThunder Broadcast Network channel here on YouTube so you can get notifications every week when these races are going on, every Monday or every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
There we go. I appreciate it. Well, hopefully Mom was able to get moved over. We had to switch links really quick as the power outage went out, but if not, you can get her to watch the replay.
Exactly. It's always saved here on YouTube.
Congrats again here tonight, Cody, and we will see you next week at Atlanta.
Sounds good. Hopefully have some luck down there at Atlanta as well.
There we go. All right, let's get him out of there, and let's move in. Second place, who there towards the end, Adam, you were getting some pressure from that 99, but man, what a race.
That was epic. Obviously, I didn't get the win tonight, and hats off to Cody. But me and John were just talking there in the waiting room. That reminded me a lot of that Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick at Kansas a couple years ago. Like John was clearly faster than me, but he couldn't find a way around me, and I kept taking the air off his nose, which caused him to get tight and everything. But that was so much fun there. I had a blast.
And it was a lot of fun to watch him trying to try different lines. When throughout the night, it looked like earlier you kind of you started up front, and then we had that early caution, and then you had to kind of fight your way back through some of those drivers. Were you trying to fight through as fast as you could to see if you could cut down on Cody's time, and just couldn't ever get it to work?
No, so I did a practice last Thursday, and the car was just stupid loose coming off of 2 and 4. And in practice, I kept losing it and smacking the wall. So my plan was just take it super easy, and then the tires never fell off. So iRacing's update on Tuesday was totally different than what I was practicing there, and so there for runs 2 and 3, I was starting to push it a little bit more and a little bit more, but I was learning, and I'm new to this car, so this is going to be a year of learning for me and just kind of figuring out how they drive. So, anytime I can have just a solid finish with a clean car, I think for the most part I'm just going to be happy with that.
Well, if learning for you is a second place finish, I want to go to your school because that sounds like a win there. But hey, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Cody, as you are a team captain there at Revved Racing. So a solid night for you. You got one top 15 with Justin, but the rest of your team a little bit more of a struggle. So what's your mindset with your team now heading into what now is a super speedway of Atlanta next week?
Yeah, unfortunately that caution there at the very start of the race that kind of screwed up Jeremy. He got some damage, and then because of how the pace car fell, he either wasn't able to pit or was going to have to lose a lap because he got trapped behind the pace car. So that kind of put him behind the 8 ball. I didn't really. I'm still trying to get to know everyone's voices. So, but we didn't really have too much chatter going on. I'm gonna try to get the guys together and see if we can do a little bit of practice. But I'm not much help as a captain because, like I said, I'm still new to this car. All I can kind of do is just offer a little bit of my iRacing wisdom and advice, and hopefully it translates. Just trying to help the guys out and see if we can be there at the end for the team championship stuff.
Well, there we go. We'll keep our eye on it. But a second place finish here tonight in the season opener. Adam, I'm going to turn the floor over to you.
Well, first of all, I want to thank my sponsor, Anything EC. They are awesome support, and same thing with Angel Wax, Sparkle and Shine, the Leather Repair Company, Next Diag, obviously coming on board and really helping me out here. And then you put on a awesome broadcast. So thank you to Cyber, thank you to Crank for being the league admin here, and then obviously Wheels for Warriors. We couldn't be doing this without them. So big hats off to them. Thank them guys for supporting the league, so we can all have fun on Thursday nights.
That's right, a lot of fun it is, and congrats again in our night. And hey, we'll talk to you next week at Atlanta.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Chris.
All right, thank you. Let's get him out of there, and let's pull in a third place finish. Mike, I think you caught up with John here.
John, that was the best battle on the racetrack coming down there at the end with you and Adam. Tell us what was going through your mind when you were trying to get by him.
Oh, man. So it was fantastic. So Adam, I caught up to him, and I knew that Gary was really good on older tires. So when Adam got in front of him, I jumped into Gary and I kind of got into him a little bit there to get by him, but I knew we had to kind of run away. So I was trying to save my stuff, but man, he knew exactly where I was going. He cut the air off the front of my car. I could just never, I was trying to get him coming out of 4, but I always just got a little loose. I just could never get underneath of him. I thought I was faster than he was, but I just couldn't get by him. It was fantastic.
It was definitely fantastic to watch, and if you go back and watch the broadcast, you
Channel
were on
2.
TV a lot. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So being your first race in the Wheels for Warriors Pro Cup Series, and with this new format, what'd you think? I mean, coming home third, you got to be pretty pleased.
Yeah, I think so. And when Crank talked to us before in the drivers meeting, and he was talking about points and putting enough D2 and D1 drivers between me and the next place for the D3, was certainly something that we had on our mind with the Velocity crew in the chat. So yeah, I think it's fantastic. I really I look forward to this race all week long. So I'm glad we did well.
Now I got to ask, and you don't have to tell me, but are you good in these cars, or did you just put a lot of practice in for this track?
Can I say yes to both?
You can say whatever you want.
No, I don't. I put a lot of practice in to get here, and no, I'm not good in these cars. And you'll probably find that out when we get to Charlotte Roval in a couple of weeks.
Gotcha. Well, like I said, coming home third, man, your debut in this series is a pretty awesome thing, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Hey, we're going to turn the floor over to you, let you give your shout outs, thank yous.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike, Chris, thank you very much. Chris, best in the business, man. We really appreciate everything you did. Wheels for Warriors, can't thank you enough. Connor Hazel Design, he put the paint scheme on this car, did an amazing job with it. And also want to shout out my Graybeard teammates, Eric, Andy, Leroy. They helped me put a lot of time and effort into it this week. Really appreciate it. Fantastic race. I can't believe we went from lap 4 or 5 all the way green to the end. So fantastic job to everybody else. And yeah, man, great. I'm happy. Stoked.
Awesome, John. Congrats. Well, hey, maybe we'll talk to you next week at Atlanta.
Yep. Hope so.
All right. We'll see you.
All right.
Chris,
thank you, guys.
Heck of a race, Chris.
Oh yeah, super awesome race here tonight. It was a lot of fun to watch these drivers go around. Mike, somebody just posted it up there, and I didn't think about it. Opening week here at the league, so you got a bunch of Monday or Tuesday, Wednesdays, we have some new rookies in the series that are racing around, and then here in a whole new division with some new drivers that have moved up to the Pro Cup series. We turned over 110, and there was 60, 65, math is hard, 230-ish laps over the last 3 nights, and only 2 cautions.
And 2 cautions. I couldn't be more proud. It's fun to see. I feel like I know each and every one of these guys. Obviously not the new guys, but I know 90% of these guys. They did a great job. I got to sit up here in the broadcast, unfortunately, with you all week because you should have been racing Tuesday. But we got to sit up here and watch these guys put on a show. So great work by everybody. I'm excited for this season.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go through our finishing results here tonight. We just talked in the top 3, Cody Richardson, Adam Pettit, and John Ross. Don't worry about the teams. We're going to reset that to their correct teams for the rest of the series here. Again, we're Band-Aid. 4th place, Gary Bowman. Kyle Nadeau is going to come home in 5th. Chris Wheeler 6th. Stephen Meok in 7th. Corey Sherman 8th. Jerry Isaac's going to come home in 9th. And Dan Keene rounding out your top 10.
Yeah, and then you see another team captain there in Evan Watkins, and also Coleridge coming from the back to the front in 12th. Justin Horton 13th. Carter Lawson 14th. Cody Meadows, pretty decent rebound to 15th. Dave Sanders 16th. Ed Jurgen in 17th. Jacob Bowen in 18th. Jarrett Kimley in 19th, and Dave Rogerson rounded out your top 20.
And we get behind them there. You can see Andy Cork in 21st. Matt Shantosh, who's got kind of collected in that lap 1 incident there, going to be 22nd. The fastest chicken in the South with the win on Tuesday night, going to come home 23rd here tonight. Chris Letts in 24th. Connor Hazel in 25th. Jeremy Flanagan 26th. Matt Hall 27th. Stephen Hine going to come home in 28th. And then we're going to round out the field here. Eric Anderson in 29th. Dusty Martin going to be the top 30 there. Alan Ayers in 31st. Kendon Koch 33rd. Or 32nd. Stephen Music in 33rd. Leroy Colvin is 34th. Caleb Ellswick in 35th. And Robert McMillan Jr. going to be coming home, rounding out the field. 36 drivers. Mike, what an opening week we've had here. What an opening race. I am real excited for this season. What do you say we pack up this week so I can go fix the power supply, and we'll be back at it next week. Tuesday night. Where are we Tuesday? Iowa.
Iowa, that's what it is.
Yeah, so we got Tuesday night, our down and out paint shop. Tuesday night Thunder on the CyberThunder Racing League going to be at Iowa. I messed that whole thing up. The Ellswick Esports Rising Stars on Wednesday night going to be over at Indianapolis. And then here in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup, it is super speedway mini style, if you will. The new Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'll actually be at that track live and in person on Sunday, Mike.
Oh, that's terrible.
Right after this race. It's a terrible weekend next weekend. So if you have not yet, hey, hit that like button, hit subscribe. Come join us here on the network. Drop a comment if you enjoyed here to the race. Put a thumbs up. We will see you all Tuesday night. Mike, let's get out of here.
Bye-bye.
Later.